I hesitate to say that this is going to be a silly video, but I'm pretty happy, so bear with me. Hi, everybody. Kevin Barhyde here. Thanks for tuning in. You know, over the past couple of months, it's been rough for me. And in the past couple of years, we've had some ups and downs. If you've been following along with the videos, you know that I've lost some people, been dealing with grief, been dealing with a lot of physical struggles and otherwise. And if you've seen the entirety of my videos, you know that my life has been a little up and down, like a lot of us. Like a lot of us that are walking this walk together and in community here. There's been some things that have been pretty sad. And yet, in these past few days, I gotta tell you, I've been happy. A couple of days ago, I was on the phone with my sister. Now, we don't talk all that often. We do a little Marco Polo every now and then, and that's really helpful. But we live in different states. But I got a text from her. And it said, Kevin, can you call me when you get a chance? I really need to talk. She works in a fast food industry, and we won't mention the actual industry itself or the company. But she's a manager, and especially during COVID-19, they've had a real struggle. She's still going to work 5, 6, 7 days a week sometimes, and the stress level can just be gargantuan at times. She's wearing her mask, she's doing all the right things that she needs to do, and yet it's a struggle. And she talked to me on the phone, and she said, Kevin, I'm doing the best I can. I really feel like I want to continue to do the right thing. I know I want to wear my mask. I know I want to be careful. I know I want to social distance, but I got to be happy. And here it is. This is where I've got to do my shout out to my sister, my wonderful sister who I wouldn't want to live a day of my life without. You're a super genius. Hey, sis. It's been just a few days since you said that to me. Just a couple of days since you said, but I've got to be happy. And I swear to you, when I got off the phone with you, I couldn't stop thinking, what about me? Am I happy? What does it mean for me to say, I'm going to do the right things. I'm going to make these videos. I'm going to shout out to other folks. I'm going to help people where I can. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to be safe. I'm going to wear my mask. I'm going to be healthy, and I'm going to care for the world around me. But I got to be happy. And I don't know, sis, whether it was a couple of minutes, a couple of hours, or even the next day, but I remember walking down the stairs from my bedroom, and it just dawned on me, my sister's a genius. I have got to take control of my life so that I feel happy, so that I feel peace within my heart, so that I feel healthy within my body, so that I feel calm and serenity in my mind, and so that I feel and know that I'm walking on a spiritual path and I'm spiritually sound. I've got to do that. And that's where it clicked with me. I said, that sister of mine knew that she wasn't just calling so she could talk to me. For her, you knew, sis, that you were calling so that I could hear my higher power talk through you. And I want to tell you how much I love you and how I thank you for that. Because it's made all the difference in the past few days. You know, because I, like a lot of us, I've been Googling and searching on the web, and I find these things, 7 ways to find happiness and meaning through COVID-19. I even found a class that I could take online. Are you happy? The meaning of life during COVID-19. And I realized that all these are really helpful for me. I need to have these 7 touch points to see, yes, am I doing this? Am I doing that? Am I eating right? Am I sleeping? Am I exercising? Am I taking advantage of being at home and having time for myself, or working from home? Or am I doing the things that I need to do? And it is a good time to think about the meaning of life for me. It is a good time for me to think of, what can I get out of this? How can I emerge from this in a different place, if not a better place than I was when I started? A different place. How do I grow through this? All those things are important. And I heard you saying that, sister. I heard you saying you want to do all the right things. You want to continue to be safe. You want to continue to care for others. You want to continue to grow and find a way to have peace in your life when you're home. And as you're surrounding yourself with family and people, I heard loud and clear the one thing that was missing for you, and that was connection with other people. I know that you're watching this right now, and as you're watching this, and I'm talking to my sister right now, I know that you wish, just like I do with all your heart, that we could just hold each other. Just like we did that day in that parking lot when we met, and we held each other and we hugged and we cried, because we knew we never wanted to let go. But even though we had to let go, and even though we had to separate and go our separate ways and have the distance between us, we still knew that we were here in each other's lives. We still knew that we could carry each other in our hearts, that you're in my heart right now and I'm in your heart always, always. And while it's true that both of us know that that's never going to change and that's always going to be there and it's always in the front of our minds and the tips of our tongues and it's always what happens in our beating hearts. The one thing that you reminded me was that sometimes we can let things get in the way. And the biggest one that you mentioned was, I don't want to be afraid anymore. I don't want to let this fear and this anxiety stop me from having the connection that I need with other people. And what I realized when I was coming down those stairs is my sister's a super genius because it just came to me. I'm connecting with people everywhere that I can. I'm connecting with people spiritually. And even when I'm thinking of you and we're not talking, or maybe we're just doing Marco Polo, we're connected. And yet something was hindering some of that connection. Something was putting a damper on that joy that you and I feel even when we're not together because we know we love each other. And that was the fear and the anxiety. And yes, for me, the near paranoia of how am I going to survive this? How am I going to get through the day? Is my sister going to be okay when she goes to work? Is she going to come home? Is she going to be sick? Is my mother going to be okay? Is my family going to be okay? Am I going to be okay? Because I have to be there for them. I have to be there for you. I have to be there for you, sis. I have to. And I had to walk down those stairs with you echoing in my ears. And I had to say, I can't just let this all go. I have to make a decision to let this all go. I have to make a decision to say, fear, I understand that some of this is healthy, but I can't live with you 24/7. The anxiety is understandable and real. We are going through a pandemic. Everyone is feeling varying degrees of unsettled. Even the most spiritually fit person is not feeling themselves these days. And I got to take whatever normal I think I should be feeling and set that aside. Wherever I am is going to have to be okay. And when I make those decisions to set those fears aside, when I make those decisions to put that anxiety in its proper place, then I can be closer to you. I can be with you. And I can know deep, deep down inside me, you're right with me. And then that connection flourishes. Then that feeling of connectivity that you and I always have, there's nothing in between us. There's nothing stopping us. There's nothing standing in our way. But there was one more thing you said, sis. There was one more thing that you focused on that just popped in my head and in my heart. And it's the thing I say all the time, my higher power. I couldn't just take these things and set them on a shelf. I couldn't just take my fear and anxiety and throw it away. I had to give it away. I had to put it in its rightful place. And I had to trust. And I had to trust in my higher power the way you told me you trust in your higher power. And from that moment on, I have found the strength and the willingness and the wherewithal to give these things to God and to let myself find that happiness in every moment of every day. And I wanted to thank you for that. From the bottom of my heart, with everything that I'm made of, I want you to know that you changed my life in every way that it could be changed. Not just 2 days ago, not just 2 years ago, and not just 12 years ago, but all through my life. You've been a part of me. You'll always be a part of me. And I don't want anything to come between us, or our brothers, or our families. And the only way for us to do that is to ask God to remove all of these barriers so that we can have the best connection that we can have to each other. I love you. I'll always love you. I cherish you, and I'm grateful. Thanks, sis. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in today. Thanks for listening to my one-on-one conversation with my amazing super genius sister. Please click like, click that little thumbs up. Share it with other folks. Please make sure that you subscribe if you haven't, and leave some comments below. I love to engage in the comments. Hope to see you all next week. Take care.